GingerGM.
Chess Federation have done, and they set up this tournament which has been going on now for about 21 hours. So we're joining it again. It's the same tournament I was playing in yesterday, and my aim is basically to try and win 10-15 games in a row. So I'm going to start playing in a second, and you can see how I get on. I don't know who I'm going to play. I can see Gore Mally is now up to second place in the competition. And like I say, if you can donate yourselves, it will go into one of the donate bars above, and you're donating to a great cause. It's the British Red Cross, and we're nearly at £500, the goal in the total donations, plus the extra money above. So it's really good. You're doing great. So do feel like donating, and you should definitely donate if I win 10, if not 15 games in a row. Okay, so we're in with the first game. And I'm actually now playing an originally Iranian player who was an arbiter, and you might have heard she got there's a lot of controversy because she was found wearing a hijab during one of her roles as a arbiter, and found it was maybe unsafe to go back to Iran. So she's now, I think, residing in the UK. So, you know, best of luck for her, and it must be really hard, you know, hard situation for her, you know, leaving her home country because of those circumstances. But a tough first game for me. So we're going to start with a black line, as you can see, and I think we're going to go for this maneuver to start with, and maybe G5 in proper black line thing. I actually was a little bit worried about knight takes there, so let's bring the bishop out to try and pressurize that knight a little bit, and I might even swap off my bishop for that one, but maybe bring the knight out first. Let's bring the knight out first, and this should be a reasonably even position. Okay, so now we're going to take that one, and if I castle, am I worried about my opponent taking on h6? I don't think so. And here it's a pretty even game so far. I'm going to try doing some advancing on the king side here. My opponent trying to swap off some rooks so we can allow the exchange later on, I feel. And we might have to try to grind down an ending here in this first game. So someone can help me keep count of how many wins in a row I get. We're going for number one here. We're going for the first win. It's 5-minute chess, and there's no increment, so it's going to be tough and fast, and hopefully fun as well. So my opponent playing very solid at the moment, very solid game, and it kind of feels I should reroute my piece. Maybe my knight should have gone to e6. So I'm going to now start trying to find more centralized squares for my pieces. Hello, Bjorn. Hope you're doing all right, mate. And yeah, we're continuing here with the same stream as yesterday. There's now 3 hours 35 left, and I'm going for my 10-game run, hopefully 15-game run, and we're trying to raise more money for charity. And as you can see, we're doing fantastically. You guys have been brilliant in raising nearly £500. So really proud of you for raising so much money. So do consider getting in with a donation. Any little donation you can donate through the link that Charlie is posting there, or you can donate directly to the stream. All money will be added. So we got an ending. I've got to try to grind down. I think I'm slightly better now because these pawns, especially the e4 pawn, will be weak, but it's not going to be an easy ending to win. I might now have a chance to win a pawn though, but my opponent does have knight a2 at the end, so maybe this move is a bit premature and I need to activate my king first at the moment. Okay, we had another donation. Thank you so much. Another donation coming in there. Wow, we're only £40 away. Yeah, you guys are the best, man. You guys are the best. We're now over £500 with donations in total, which is amazing. So we got with the 2 donations over 500. So we hit our limit, but I'm still hoping we can get a little bit more. Just a little bit more. How am I going to win this ending though? My opponent very solid. So now with control of this square, it's not going to be easy. Maybe this one is even a draw. I don't know how I'm going to win this one, guys. Anyway, congratulations people for getting over the mark. You've done a brilliant job. Right, so I'm trying to now think. I might have to go for a king and pawn ending, but I don't know if that ending is going to be winning. This is the only way I can see to try and win the ending. I don't want to do this because the more pieces that get exchanged, the nearer to a draw the position becomes. But can I play this, or am I gonna? I need to get my opponent in some zugzwang. H4. Okay, we're gonna have to do this one and try to come in here and then play B4 to win. So this is now what I'm gonna try to do. Then my king is gonna try and come and take these pawns because I've got the more active pawns at the moment. And I do have a move that is gonna, for example, now put my opponent in zugzwang, so my king can come in a little bit nearer. And if I go here though, my opponent comes here. Should I play F5 here? Oh, it's a very hard ending to win, yeah? So if I make a waiting move, king here, really hard ending to win. Just thinking how we're going to do this one, guys. Okay, I think I play a waiting move first. And then if king here, king here, king here, king here, king here, king here. Okay, now we can come a little bit nearer. So I'm trying to grind down this ending. I don't know if we're going to get our first win here. Very tough. I'm trying to get my king in towards this weak pawn here. So I'm calculating this line here with my king coming to take on E3. So 10 wins in a row. Can we do it? Can we do it? And look, we've only got another £40 until we get over. Okay, so now have I calculated this right? So I'm coming this way or this way, and we're trying to push our opponent's king further away. So now we get a little bit nearer. And I think we're probably winning this ending. And we're in, and we can win a pawn. So this is good stuff. And now with the F pawn coming up, I'm pretty confident about this one because I can capture with the king here, and I can come into G3 and use my E pawn as a distractor. So this is the way I'm going to win it. Try to use this pawn to distract the king and then take this one. We're on a roll of 1 win. Okay, good stuff. So I think that was, we're going for, I think we, well, I'd like to go for a 15 game roll, but let's start if we can get a 10 game roll of wins. It depends who I play. If I start playing the guys at the top, it's going to be very hard. So okay, so this is now game number 2, and we're gonna, the black line worked okay there. You can buy the black line course from Chester Bull. I'm putting some of my own money into donating as well, so it's not just you guys who are trying to raise money. You can see in the bar above the £84, I've put £40 of my own money in there. I might try to make it more. You know, us chess players are poor souls though. But we're going to see. Did you see, wear the fox hat? Thank you so much for the donation. Thank you so much. The donation will go directly into the top bar or the bar above. Your name may not appear. I'm sorry about that. I haven't worked out how to show that. Oh, we can see here. There we go. You can see here your name in the donation bar. So I will show at the end of the stream all donations, people. All donations I will show at the end of the stream. So if you donate, I will make sure your name is shown, and so you will get your name shown. I promise that as well. So wear the hat. We can see. Oh, look at that. Lance Black with another donation. Whee, Lance Black, thank you so much, man. We're well over. We got 100 there, and at the top we got 540. So like I say, when you donate, it's going into 2 different bars. It's going into the one above if you direct donate. Charlie will explain. Mr. Dodgy, hey, Mr. Dodgy, hello sir, how are you doing, Mr. Dodgy? Thank you for another donation. We're crushing it. We're gonna crush COVID, and we got loads of money. We've raised loads of money. You should all be proud of yourself. Charlie, if you could explain the two different donations there. One goes into, I don't even know what I'm explaining. one goes to the stream, so one's a stream donation directly, and the other one's the donation above, which I'll show later on. Can one donate with gift aid? I think you can. Charlie will probably be able to check that for you as we go on. So let's do it. Looks like he's taken meth. Well, I can assure you this is just what I normally look like, I'm afraid. So it's just the normal GingerGM methed up look. There's certainly not any meth going on here, boys and girls. Don't do drugs, as Mr. Reagan has famously said. Okay, let's push old Harry there. So this is, if I'm trying to go for the second win here, but my opponent, Ivor, is playing very well. He's defending everything so far. I'm quite happy that he doesn't have a dark square bishop, because then he'd have a bishop coming into these squares, but he doesn't have that at the moment. But he does have this annoying pressure on d6. So my next aim is to try and come over and defend this pawn so that I can free up some of my pieces. So I might even just put the bishop back on c8 now that I've got an extra piece defending. If he comes over with the queen to g5, well, he's not threatening anything in that position as yet, and I feel I should be better because of this bishop. An idea maybe I should be playing is king h7 and bishop h6 to try and get the bishop working. That's one way we can try to go. I'll tell you what, I wonder if I can. Okay, I'm going to try something, guys, so bear with me, and I don't know if this is going to ruin it. Yes, it is. Nice work. How about we try, can we do this? Is that going to ruin it? No. I'm going to make some changes so you can see the donations, all the donations, but it's quite hard to do that when you're trying to win at chess as well. Okay, so now it must be time to break, so I will. Let's get rid of this one. Okay, and we're going to frame this better. Okay, bear with me, people. I'm just making some changes, as you can see, and trying to play chess. Oh, good thing I saw my rook was defended there. That's handy. Change the layout between games, Simon. What do you mean? What layout? Between games. What layout? Let me do it after this game. I can't, you know, I'm a magician, but I ain't that much of a magician. Oh, hello, I'll take that one. Check, thank you. That's very nice of my opponent to give me a nice rook like that. My opponent obviously wants to donate. He's feeling left out, and he wants to donate me pieces. If he can't donate money, a donation of a piece, a rook, a bishop, a mere pawn does not go amiss. So thank you to my opponent for getting into the donation frame of mood. That's so generous of him. I like it. Thank you for donating there, sir. Thank you, Ivor the donator. Right, so it looks like I should be cruising to victory here, and before we start, I'm now just going to adjust the screen so we can see your donations, so bear with me. And then we're on a roll of 2 wins. Can we get to 10? Whoa, let's hope so. So that's charity we're going for, British Red Cross. And there's 2 lots of donations coming in. This is the second donation here, which you guys have done so well at. Look at that money. You've nearly raised £500, which is absolutely insanely brilliant. So thank you, everyone. And the last thing I want to do before we can continue is just set up another screen so we can see the donators who are actually donating there as well, because I will show that at the end of the stream, but I want to ideally show the donations as they come in. Someone has given £300. Bloody hell, what a legend. Someone's donated £300. Wow, look at this. That is so generous. So these are the top donators as well. I know the screen's getting quite busy, and we can try to fit that in somewhere. How's that looking? I mean, it's a very busy screen, but this might be the only way we can do it. So the top donator with £300 was the chap here, Exchange French 666. So thank you so much for your help. Can you see that all? Can you see that? It's very confusing. Maybe I can make one more adjustment. Oh, Exchange French 666. You were in the chat. Thank you so much. And rather than buying chess books or chess courses, which are appreciated, a donation like that is to a much better cause, the Red Cross. So thank you. Let's all give a round of applause to Exchange French 666, who's done a tremendous donation there. So thank you on my behalf and everyone who's going to get the money. So very kind of you. Thank you so much there. Nice one, man. Okay, everyone happy the way it looks above? Should we go for our third game? A third win there? Should we try that? Should we go for our third one? Cheskabitzer has pointed out I could have won another pawn there. I'm a rook up, you know. Let's not get greedy. We're in donation mode, not greedy mode. Okay, let's go for the third win. I hope everyone is now a bit clearer. Exchange French, let me get the another why is that not at the top? Thank you for subscribing as well. So we're going for the third win now, and there's the alert box. Let me just make sure that is up. And does it all look okay, Charlie? Does it look okay? Well, thank you to Charlie to giving the donation to the sub to subscriber. How's that looking, by the way, Charlie? Is that looking all right? Can everyone see everything? And now win number 3, hopefully. We're getting a good Dutch defence in. We're playing a 2000 grade, so could be a tough one. Yes, it looks good. Okay, cool, man. Hello, Darren. Hello, hope you're doing right. And it looks like you've donated as well, Darren. So thank you so much, Darren. And I want to say it again. Your donations are all appreciated. So thank you. They really are. They really do help a lot. Okay, so my normal plan in these positions is to play e5, and my opponent has now allowed me to play that move. And in the Dutch defense, this move e5 is normally key. So my opponent's now trying to counterattack, but I'm going to close down the center, and given a chance, I can even now get a very big formation. And once you create a big formation in the center, I might even grab that one now, your chances of landing a kingside attack are much greater. And I've bagged myself a pawn, but not just that, the c5 pawn is also very weak. So I'm gonna be greedy. I'm gonna take them all. Gonna take them all. Was it a Megadeth song? Kill 'em all. Is that Megadeth? What is it? Kill 'em all. Megadeth. Yeah, man. Whoa, headache. Anyone else like Megadeth? I think when I was young, my musical influences. Oh, it was Metallica, was it? What was Metallica song? Kill 'em all. That was definitely Metallica, wasn't it? It was the name of their album, wasn't it? I guess the first band I really started to get into. I don't know. I like Guns N' Roses. One of the first ones I saw and thought, "Who are these aliens? What is this?" I love Guns N' Roses still, but then it was Anthrax. I had a real big Anthrax stage. Anyone knows those guys? Anthrax, great band as well. Haven't listened to them for ages. So I definitely did my heavy metal and heavy rock stage. Metallica were great as well. Yeah, I think I've got all the Metallica albums. You know, you've got to have a bit of Metallica in your life, haven't you? Brilliant stuff. Of course I know Anthrax. Of course you do. Everyone knows Anthrax. Iron Maiden. I didn't quite get into Iron Maiden as much, but they're still fantastic band. Someone has never listened to Megadeth, says Charlie. Are you saying I've never listened to Megadeth, Charlie? I think I have a little tactic here. This is a little cheap little tactic. Oh, look at that. That should be win number 3. Yeah, it probably wasn't Megadeth. It was more. I think I was more an Anthrax kind of person. This is going back a long time. So I think we're on win number 3, and now we've got our first, well, I wouldn't say first, but we've got a real challenge here against Rendell. Now, Rendell is very good at Blitz, and you can see here I'm on 3 wins. Where is the Rendell? Rendell is down here, and this is a big game. If I can win this one, it'll be on the way. But Rendell is an international master, very good Blitz player, so a real test. And I'm going to wheel out the black line for this test and see how we can get on. I don't know if I'm going to go for the G5 plan yet. I probably will, because I find it very hard to resist playing G5 in such a position. It's not. Oh, yeah. I mean, come on. You give a dog a bone, and I will. I mean, you know, you don't need to ask me twice. Let's just say that. Especially when he makes the hook. Now, if Rendell had brought my course and chessable, he would know that I have the hook now. Okay, but he's playing a good line. He's trying to come around this way, and I've got to remember my own theory now. Always tough at times. Shall we go this way? Let's go this way and try to maybe come in here. And I can even punt a well-timed G4. Should we try that one? Or do we wait and get our knight to a better square first? I feel... oh, Beam Me Up Scotty has done another donation there. Thank you, Beam Me Up. You can see the leaderboard here, guys, by the way. I've left it on the right hand screen. Some of these guys have been playing, so I think they've been playing all night, the absolute lunatics. Anyway, let me concentrate in this position. Let me try and concentrate. Do we go here straight away, or do we wait until he brings his knight in? This is the key thing. Okay, do I even go here? Okay, I'm going to go here with the idea of castling. Very risky, but we want an exciting double-edged game, so let's go for it. And maybe my threat is bishop takes h3. If he takes here, I take on h3, and now I can try maneuvering this knight in standard black line fashion. I may even move my bishop first to one of these 2 squares. Which one are we going for? I think we're going to go here, and I'm going to try next move to unleash my knight and start some kind of attack on the king side. So very exciting position. The good thing about the black line is you always get extremely exciting positions. Extremely exciting positions. I can't believe it. We're £5 away from the donation. Ah, you guys are so bloody good. I've said this before, but I do think that you people watching are like the best. I'm so glad to have you guys as people who come and watch my stream, because I've said this before, but I honestly think you are the best Twitch supporters. A bit of love going on now that anyone could ask for. So again, thanks to you lot. Okay, anyway, do I have to take here? Then he might take with a pawn. And can I then do something nasty? This is so complicated. Such a complicated position. Or do I try to just play something like this first? I don't know. I think this one first might be... So I don't know. This is really complicated position. Any result is possible. Any result is possible here. I want to try to play G4, but it's not easy. Maybe he can grab a pawn now. Rendell's quite a greedy player. My other idea is just to go H5 and G4. I knew bloody Rendell would grab a bloody pawn, wouldn't he? Okay, let's just do this and keep coming at him. Very complicated. Complete chaos on the board here. Okay, so I have no choice there. Now he's going to try to exchange queens. Typical, eh? That's a good idea of his. He's trying to come in here. I don't want to allow that. So, oh, then he takes over here because he has bishop takes here. I have to try this and get a little bit of defense on. before I can start attacking. If he takes here, I take his knight and then hopefully take his bishop. If he moves his bishop, I get one tempo to defend this, then I hope I can start doing my attack. I'm not worried about one pawn because it's opposite side castling and it's all about the checkmate. I obviously did not want to exchange queens though, because then I would be a pawn down. So maybe Rendell is thinking of some plan with this, but I don't really believe it. So now we will play this move, and I hope I'm now defended so I can try something with g4 to get an initiative going. The problem is, if I ever get rid of his knight now, my e-pawn is very weak. So I'm really relying on Gary to open up the position. So we've got to play this one, and he's probably going to close it down now. And what do I do next in this position? This is the question. I'm not sure what we are doing next to keep this one going. I'm gonna consider, is he even coming in here with a knight? I really want to take this one, but don't like it. So I'm not sure about my position now. Oh, this is going to put a blow on my streak. Well, let's play in here. It looks like one of the more active squares, and I really want to get rid of this one. Can I even take on e4? Queen takes. Let's try. Ooh. Oof. Okay, I'm going to try it. I don't know. And now we're going for the ending. But my knight is well placed, so, and I have maybe still a little bit of initiative, but I can't get my rook in. This is the issue. And my bishop can't find any good squares, so I'm still not liking this one at the moment. I'm going to have to, and my knight, I have to lose the tempo here. I'm one pawn down, I'm down on the clock, so we need to really try to get the rook in somehow, but not easy to do so in this position. It's not terrible though, it's only one pawn. I have a little bit of a hold over on the queen side there. Now I have to go check, there's no choice in the matter, and I have to try this one to create some chances of a counterplay. Now, if I can get my bishop on that diagonal, I would be very happy, but I don't know how I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to attempt to move my king in first. What I mean is get my bishop on this diagonal, but how am I ever going to achieve that? So I'm going to have to keep moving the king, and he has got a check here, I realise that, but let's keep coming. Oh, I'm so short of time. So short of time here. We want to go forwards if we can. Got to play quick. Got to play quick here. Got our bishop in. Got our bishop in. But he's holding the position together just about. My knight, is my knight stupid or good? Probably stupid. Probably stupid. Got knight here. Jesus, what is this? I'm playing for the win, clearly. Maybe a little bit stupid of me. Ah, but I'm so slow. Oh man. So slow. Ah. Ah. No, he's got check. No. Ah. Too slow. Oh, okay. Well, that was annoying. We're gonna have to start again now. Not. I was a bit disappointed in that one. We got Keith Arkar now, so we're gonna have to start the roll of 10 wins again. And after that last one, good morning, Keith. Let's say a little hello to Keith. And I think the 15 wins was tough, so we'll have to start again with the with the thing. Now, again, we've made our goal above, and we've gone well over the goal now. So do keep donating, and I always end up playing Keith. He's just back from an hour chicken. Okay, Keith just told me he's had a little break. What's the laugh? Streaming this one, and we give him a little wink there as well. So okay, I want to keep going until I get the 10 wins. 10 wins on the board. So here we go. But I don't know if I'm going to do it. Are we going to get 10 wins? I'm going to have to do better than I did in that last game. And I did this before and I didn't quite like it. So we're just going to go D5, play a stone wall here. Which is probably a little bit worse for me because I've lost my dark square bishop. But we can get a simple plan going here. Maybe of queenside, advancing the queenside here. So this is probably about even now. And the queenside advance, I could even play this one, but Keith likes those positions. So I'm going to go here. When I mean E5, he loves those positions where he has a weakness to attack. Keith is, if you don't know, the endgame specialist. He is Mr. Endgame. And just a bloody good player, you know, not just an endgame specialist. Okay, so he now wants to counter with this. So I suppose we keep going. Because if I can get my pawn to B3, then his bishop at least might look funny. And the other thing I can do is take on C3 and try to target C3. So he will break here. There's no doubt he will try to break in the center. And don't know if this is correct or not. It looks fairly interesting, this move, but it might be wrong. Maybe I should have taken on C3 first or gone B3. Probably taken on C3 is right. Yeah, you can mention prizes, Charlie. I don't know. I should have gone check there first. Not thinking, that was silly. I'm not sure if the prizes are given by us or donated by the ECF. Maybe you know better than me there, Charlie. Because if we give out the prizes, we've got 3 prizes that we donated as well to the competition, or should I say GingerGM, the company, has donated. And now we're in an ending against Mr. Ending. But it's weird because I've got these pawns and I don't know if his bishop is bad or if his bishop is potentially good. So he's going for this ending now. This is an interesting choice. I think we have to take it and try to win this guy. It's a very strange ending. I also have the break D4 at the right moment. Now I'm going to play, can his king get in? No. So plan number 1 is to come this way. Plan number 2 is to exchange bishops, then play D4, takes C3, takes B3. So he's going here. And that's a good move. Obviously, Keith is an endgame expert, as we know. And this D4 move is like the one move I'm sort of relying on to get a passed pawn. You know, I want to get my pawn to B2. But maybe I've played this wrong. Maybe I should have gone for the bishop coming to this square, but then he takes over this square, so it's hard to know. Hello, Aldo. Yeah, well, we've done our donations now, Aldo. I think we've done about, we've done £600 now, so it's been a fantastic success. The stream, we've raised £600 for the British Red Cross, which is brilliant. So you can see the donations. We're still open to donations, so do still, you know, the more money we raise, the better. Over £600 is great. I've just started again. I lost to Thomas Rendell, so I'm actually now trying to go for the run of I'm trying to get 10 wins on the board, basically, Aldo. 10 wins is what I'm aiming for. 10 wins in a row. But at the moment, I'm trying to basically take Keith down. But I think he might have misplayed this one slightly, with my king now coming in here, then d4. I think this is losing for Keith. I also always had this bishop move at the right moment. So is the ending winning? I'm assuming the ending without these guys is winning, because I have this d4 move, and I'm trying to play this one. And the problem Keith has is that this pawn is on a light square, so I can come and harass it, which maybe I should do now before playing this c3 move. But c3, king takes, and then b2 is pretty trivial win here, I think. So a little bit unfortunate. It was a very tough ending for Keith to hold. I mean, I'm writing him off when this is Keith Arkle, one of the best endgame players in the world, but I don't think he can save it with my bishop just slipping in there. So tough luck to Keith. So we're on 1 win again. Let's try again. Let's try again. We're on a roll of 1 win. Come on, we want to get 10 wins. 10 wins in a row. Come on, we can do it. We just need another 9. I'm going to now revert to the London system. And my opponent's a very friendly guy. So let's say hello to him. And bishop f4 now coming. Don't tell people about other streams, Aldo. They'll all leave me. Don't leave me, people. No, do if you want to. I mean, the great thing about streaming, I don't think is there. I mean, we've got to support each other, and there's so many good streamers about now. It's well worth checking out who you like. Everyone's got different styles. Everyone does slightly different things. So it's all cool. Now, Kirby Crush. Hello, Kirby Crush. Says it's his first time here, so he's the GingerGM Virgin. So let's all welcome the Virgin to the show. Hello, Kirby. And yeah, all good. Now I'm actually playing. Maybe I should just play more positional stuff, because actually, if I can get a win against Keith, maybe I'm just going to play now endings. We're going to go for 10 end-game victories. What do you reckon, guys? Are we going for just ending grinds? They call me the grinder. Do 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 do. They call me the ginger grinder, the end-game player. Do 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 do. Well, yeah, okay, shut up, Simon. Right. Well, first thing, I want to get rid of this bishop because it's a pretty good. It's a pretty good bishop. So do I take there now, or do I play f3? What pawn structure do I want? Take here. I'm going to go here. I'm a bit worried about this little chap, but hopefully he can find himself a home. And now I think I want to play b4. It's quite a nice little grip we have over here. My opponent wants to get the bishop here, which is a good plan. So that's a good move. This is quite a nice diagonal for my opponent's bishop. He might have some tactics. Can he play there now? He could have considered playing the knight in there, which actually is now worrying me a little bit. So yeah, it's weird. I don't quite like what is happening. Let's how do I stop that? How do I stop that one? I don't want him coming here and taking on h2. If I go king here, then bishop d6, and he's threatening to come in here again. So, and I don't want to play this move. This looks horribly weakening. So it's quite weird. This is quite a weird position. This is actually a really annoying threat. So do I have to play here, which I don't like. Far too passive, that one. Then bishop d6. Do I have to go g4? Maybe I have to play this one. My opponent is saying, hold on, gonna crack a beer. That's the spirit. That's the spirit. If I had any beer, then I might do the same. Maybe a bit later on. We might crack a beer a bit later on. I didn't really want to play this because I don't want to lose my light square bishop, but it was the only way I could see defending the pawn on h2. So I don't know if I've got much of an advantage here, but we'll keep punting. And I'm going to put my king on g2 so I can give this one a little bit of extra protection. And then I need to start thinking this knight, to me, deserves to be over on c5. But the problem I have, I really would love to have a light square bishop now, but I've had to give that up to avoid losing a pawn. Okay, so now we need to move this knight. So I might head this way to start with, see if it's going to go anywhere. But a fairly even position. My opponent's playing very, very well for opponent of his rating. So well done to my opponent so far. He's holding up extremely well. Now let's go this way. I'm actually thinking this is the right square for my knight. So I want to either go this way to come in here, or try to come in this way to come in here. Because now that he's played the move f5, he has stopped himself the possibility of going f6 to cover this square. So this move, as well as attacking a6, is actually to get the rook out of the way so that my knight can maneuver in. And when you see a hole in your opponent's position, you should try to come in on it. And now we've got another open file, so I will certainly consider. I don't need to do that yet, so let's continue with the knight maneuver. Get my knight into the square. And my opponent now breaking. I missed that one, which gives him good activity. So, I mean, I could have grabbed that pawn, but I didn't like his knight getting so good. So I want to try and just guard my central squares, but I haven't played this very well. I'm not impressed the way I played this. This has been, actually, I just realised I could have been in trouble there. If he'd have taken or gone rook e8, he could have really got me in some serious trouble on the e file. Luckily he played this a5 move, but I think he could have gone rook e8 there when my pieces were lined up. So now this is looking good. And remember what we're trying to do. So I'm positioned 25th and I've only got one game win, so I'm going for the 10 game win roll. Has anyone got a 10 game win? Let's have a look. Not even the guys at the top. Not even the guys at the top have 10 games. Right, so his idea is to come this way with the knight. Are we worried about that? I don't think so, but okay, now I'm a pawn up. I'm not going to get greedy because he might be able to get his rook coming down. I'm just going to try to exchange pieces off the board. So, well, I might do this now for the one reason that I've got an extra rook in the game. So if he goes rook b8, I can capture on this square. So that looks now okay. So my opponent's probably going to go rook b8 now. Oh no, he's coming this way. But I can easily blockade that one, either with my bishop or with my knight. And it seems like my knight is a better blockader. Knights are nearly always the best piece to blockade with. And I'd imagine this is now winning for me here. Time control is 5 minutes, no increment, which is quite nice actually. It's quite nice to have 5 minutes, no increment, because normally tournaments like 3 minutes, but they are, oh, thank you for the game there, sir. Normally the tournaments are 3 minutes, but I find that a bit fast when you're commentating as well. Okay, so now if I can win this one, it would be the 3rd win on a row. So was that, yeah, look at that. I've got a 2 game streak, if you see where my mouse is. Now, rather than London system, let's go and play. And okay, now I did say I was going to play positionally. I'm going to try to get to 10 games playing nice, calm, positional chess. All right? So we're not going for any heroics. I'm going for 10 games of endings. And then after that, I will go for 10 games of crazy attacks. So this one, we're going 10 games of endings. We'll see how it pans out anyway. Probably won't last, will it? Knowing me. So I'm going to exchange off, try to slowly come in on the C file, maybe find some weaknesses in my opponent's position, like the C5 square, slipping my knight into that position at the opportune moment, and try to slowly generate an initiative. But again, I haven't played H3 here, which is pretty stupid of me. So my bishop has the H2 square. That would have been a much more sensible move, or even just castles. Maybe I should just castle there. Thank you for the cheer, Andy is Yoda. Very kind of you. Thank you very much there. And right, so he's going to try to break with E5. This is my opponent's idea, which looks like a very sensible idea. Now I'm wondering which, if I take there, takes, then move my bishop, he goes E5. So I'm actually going to take this one, which might look a little bit funny, but the idea is if he takes the bishop, maybe I can take that pawn, and when he plays E5, which he's clearly trying to do, I can capture here, and because he doesn't have a pawn on C6, his D5 pawn will become weak. If he has a pawn on C6 and goes E5, then after I capture on E5 and everything gets exchanged off here, his pawn here will be defended by the pawn on C6. So that was my, well, attempt at some logical deduction. But I'm not going to win this unless I can try to get my pieces into some squares. So I'd love now to try and use this queen side. I think I'm a little bit better. A normal maneuver here would be to try to get the knight to C5. So we go boom, 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 this kind of thing. But my rook at the moment is in the way, so let's play the rook. I could play bishop here as well. That looks a little bit annoying for him because he's in quite a nasty pin now. If I can just get all my pieces lined up against his knight. My only problem piece is my knight, but it takes me 2 moves to get it into a decent square. But maybe, I mean, at the moment, my main threat is just queen C2 and rook C1. Just lining up as much as I can. Oh, we have a little hype train going. Thank you, everyone else who's done a little cheer there. Very kind. And another donation. Thank you to Panda TT. And I'm just looking at other people who have donated, and you guys have done brilliantly. So well done to all the donators today. You've been absolutely amazing. Okay, so now he is getting out of that one. I'm just going to move this one back. I could have tried to go queen C2 as well. Another donation where the, thank you. But this knight is now much better placed because it can come in here. And also, if you think about weakened pawns, this pawn here is quite weak. So in some situations, I can try to grab that one. And now when I go queen C2, rook here, I'm much happier because my knight is not stuck on A2. I don't want my knight on A2. So now we will play this because I can then bring all my pieces into the game. And all my pieces look pretty good now. Now if he goes knight A7, I might keep this bishop if I can. No, I hate it when I pre-move. So knight A7 looks like kind of move he might have to play. My bishop can just come back to D3, something like that. And I want to get triple action here. So this is a really nice position for white, actually. Really nice. We got a hype train coming. This hype train. Thank you guys for, getting the hype train going. That was my weird hype train noise. That's not really a hype, not very good hype train noise there, is it? That was more like a weird honky noise. Okay, so he has played this. And now I'm just going to move my bishop back because his knight is bad. And I don't want him swapping off my bishop. My bishop is still quite a good piece here. So don't exchange your better pieces. And I'm also now threatening to take this pawn and simply bring the rook over to C1. If he takes my rook, then I might just slam my knight in because my knight looks very, very tasty there. And I can even swap that lovely knight off if I want to. I don't really want to swap it, but I can swap it off and just take control of the open file with 2 bishops. That is very nice ending. But I'm gonna play rook here first because I do love my knight there. I don't see why I should swap it off straight away. A sad duck noise, says Angus. Couldn't it be COVID? Shouldn't it? Yeah, it should be COVID-19. Thank you for pointing that out. This is the new disease. Did you not hear about it? This is the new one that's come about. You haven't heard about this disease. This is the COVID disease. It's a bloody another one that's just come about. How many more diseases are we going to be able to cope with, guys? We're actually raising money for the new disease. No, I've just spelt it wrong. That's all it is. Nothing else going on there. Okay, so now I will take here before he gets a chance. I could have maybe taken there, actually. I didn't even think about changing to the attack, but I'm going to play super positionally. Remember what I said? Endings, slow endings. We're going to try to get 10 wins with positional play. Swap off all the queens. I'm going to harness my Keith Arkyle. Harness the Arkyle. Come in. Target the weakened pawns. Use my bishops. By the way, if you want to see the leaders of the tournament, I'll keep trying to scroll over there. And now my opponent is trying to get his knight here. So as soon as it goes there, I do have rook here. It seems like my king might need to have a little bit of an escape square. So let's go there. And now I'm just going to hit that one. And here we can kick him back even more, I feel. The way to play against knights generally in the ending is to try and take their squares away. So you want to try and take the oxygen away from their squares, meaning this knight sort of takes that square away and you slowly suffocate your opponent's knight. But this is a very, very good position for me, and slowly but surely I'm probably going to target that one, but he's too short a time anyway. Well, Chess Press says play the crazy gambit, but I'm trying to go for 10 wins with nice positional endgame play. We're just going to give it a go, something a little bit new. I don't normally do this. I'm only on a streak of 3 wins at the moment. It's not very impressive. Okay, now here, well, I say we're going to play nice slow positional chess, but I do get a bit bored at times. Let's go for the crazy e-pawn attack. Let's do this one. Come on, the suicidal, the kamikaze e-pawn. This is kind of an opening I've made up before. And actually, if I win this, I'm on 4 wins. I want to get to 10. I really want to get to 10 wins. Okay, now I've never faced that move before. But my plan is to get rid of his f-pawn so his king becomes a little bit weak. And an interesting position. I'm wondering the best, what do I do here? I'm kind of thinking this check at some point is annoying, but let's maybe try to come in this way with a bishop. I also have my knight trying to come here, and one of the reasons you give up the pawn is to try to get this square. So I think now if I castle quickly, get a rook to e1 and get a knight to g5, my opponent could be under quite nasty pressure. So do we play knight there straight away? Let's play the most aggressive one. Let's dive in with a knight immediately. No, this is maybe not positional chess. I can only last so long, guys, before I crack. But it is kind of positional. We're playing against his dart squares, mainly these 2 squares. And the next idea will be to try to hit his weak point. And given a chance, we can either take his bishop off and try to take over that diagonal there. Oh, Vidit! Bloody hell! That was a major raid. Woo! Thank you, Vidit. Cheers, sir. Thank you, man. A very generous raid there by Vidit. So don't know what to say about that. Thanks, Vidit. Well, a fantastic talent. Look at me. I'm going to be really nice to him now and say so many amazing things about what an amazing chap he is and brilliant player. So thank you, Vidit, for raiding. What we're actually doing here, guys, I'm playing a 24-hour 5-minute Blitz arena where I'm trying to describe my thought processes, and we're also raising money for charity. So this tournament has been going on for 24 hours. And it now has 2 hours 44 left, and we're trying to, if we can, raise as much money as possible. So my move, bishop there, was a really horrible move though. What have I done with my bishop? I put it on such a crappy square. I was thrown by the viewers that just came and popped their heads through the door. So we're going to have to play something ugly like this. Don't like this anymore. So yeah, welcome to all the raiders who have come along. And if you want to help out the charity, then do donate. None of the money goes to me. All the money is going to COVID. I've spelt it wrong, as you may have seen. You know, no one's perfect. It's all going to COVID-19 relief fund for the British Red Cross. So it's a very good charity to donate. And wow, did we just have another big donation? Whoa, Chessbay, thank you so much, Chessbay. Look at that, another lovely donation by Chessbay. Thank you. Woohoo, things are looking good, and we're now got £665, so thank you so much. And some other donations coming on. We'll be fine. Thank you. You guys are amazing. It's a pity I'm playing so bad in this game, but you guys are amazing. And what I'm also trying to do personally, I'm on a streak of 3 wins. Yeah, I'm trying to get to 10 wins. That's my little personal goal. If I can get to a 10 goal streak, that's pretty good for me. But I'm not playing this game well at all. So we've got to stop my opponent's knight coming in, and he's got a little bit of pressure now on the king side, I feel. So I'm a little bit uncomfortable here. A little bit. I'm not as comfortable as I normally am. So let's defend that one and maybe try to push that little... Yeah, back you go. Back you go. We don't want you anymore. And now I can try manoeuvring this one around. I suppose, something like this. Can also maybe try to play c5 because my bishop is breaking its way out of that cage bit by bit. So let's try this one, because remember my bishop was really badly stuck in a prison, and by doing these pawn breaks I'm trying to get that bishop out of its prison. I mean, should I be greedy? Grab this one, or do we just play it a little bit more refined? No, let's... Ooh, I don't know. Ooh, yeah, let's go this way. No, I don't like that because I lose a piece, do I? No, I don't. Can't calculate, we go in there. Okay. We want to stop the knight coming into e5, so I want to control that square by moving the knight to this square. And I'm really trying to break through here. So rook e4 is looking like a way to go, but after queen takes, this queen is attacking my rook. So I might have to just play something like this first, and next move try to play maybe my rook into e4, something like that. I mean, grabbing the pawn over there is not completely crazy as well. We can try to do it. So this tournament, like I say, it's been going on for 24 hours. There's lots of different people streaming. It's from the English Chess Federation, so you've got to thank the guys at the English Chess Federation for arranging this fantastic tournament. And it's just trying to raise money. I mean, these are the guys at the top who've maybe been playing all night. I actually need to sleep a little bit nowadays. I'm getting too old to pull all-nighters. Oh, you fixed the title for me. Thank you, Chess Bay. It's always good to have the correct title going. And, you know, it's great to have these kind of things. Show a bit of good spirit and raise some good money. My opponent here is putting up a really good challenge for 1860. On paper it should be an easy win, but he's making this very difficult for me. And now he's coming with an aggressive move down here. I mean, a lot of it's to do with my rather shambolic play. I want to actually just get the queens off now because he's scaring me so much. I'm just going to beg him to get the queens off. And I've still got some targets over here, so it might be okay. And I'm a little bit up on the clock, so if I win this one, it'll be a 4-game streak. That's pretty good for me. A 4-game streak for me. I mean, that's like a 400-game streak for Hikaru. You know, 4 games, yeah. I'm pretty happy with 4 games. So now it could get quite complicated after I take this one, but his knight might not be very good. He wants to sort of play g5 and get his knight out this way, but his knight's going to be a little bit trapped because my rook is controlling the g5 square, so he can't consolidate his knight. And I think his knight is now let's all wave to the knight. He's donating his knight. He doesn't want to donate any money, so he's donating his knight to the cause. Thank you. And I will have your knight. A very fine donation. Cheers. Thank you. Let's now stop him getting any counterplay. I don't want his rook coming there. Don't lose the bishop. And it should be fairly straightforward. And we're going to get the little roll. Make sure my king doesn't get itself any trouble. And now I'm going to grab that one. He can try to get his knight into f6, but my bishop is controlling that diagonal very well. And we've got Ari the A pawn coming up the board. So there we go. Okay, we're on a 4-game streak. Come on. Can we get to 10 games? Oh, oh, oh. Well, we've got the Gormster. We've got Danny the Dangerous Gore Mally, Grandmaster, in 2nd place, who's also on a 4-game streak. So we're going to have to play the King's Gambit and pray. What happened to my positional chess? What happened to my positional chess? I don't know. So I don't even know this opening that he's played either. Okay, so he's tricked me in the opening. Let's just move this one. It's a King's Gambit. Danny Gore Mally, famous Grandmaster. Very good at Blitz chess is the Gormster. Now I could come in, but they do say the threat is stronger than the execution. So I could now go for a more positional approach, because he's got this annoying bishop coming to this square, which seems to be quite no, I'm going to put it here. Ooh, or do I put it here? Ooh, okay, let's go to most aggressive. I played the King's Gambit, for goodness sake. I've got to play the King's. If you play the King's Gambit, you can't start playing positional moves, can you? You got to play like a lunatic. You know, no positional moves if you play the King's Gambit. It's just not right. And this is an interesting position. I don't know who's better and why here, really. Now, if I come in, I will get in trouble on the E file. So I'm going to have to move my knight or take this one. Now I can take queen takes and pop my the queen's head out over there, which I might do, because his king, remember, my king's castled, his king's not, so there should be some way to take advantage of that. I could also, let's just check this one. Knight takes pawn. Okay, so here bishop takes would be best. No, we don't want to do that. I could also come this way. That looks quite tempting as well. And then try to bust him in the center. But let's have a look. So takes. I'm gonna go for this one. Maybe taking and going check over here was much more sensible thing to do. And let's remember, we're both going for our 5th game winning streak here. In this one. The one thing I've got going for me is my king structure, and of course that is very important. That would be a good move. That would finish things immediately. So and again, I don't know if we've got any more donations coming in, but you guys have been fantastic. You've crushed. You've got the top donation plus the lowest one. So we've actually raised I think over 700 for this charity, which I think is brilliant. I think you guys have done an amazing job, so well done for raising so much money so far. Okay, I got some notification that was, I don't know what that was, but okay. Now I'd love to get a rook to e1, but not at the moment. So this move must be logical. At the moment my king seems to be a little bit better, and now I can give him this check just to see where he's going to put his king. And we might have to go into an ending now, which is not really what I wanted, but I don't see any other options here. Now I'm thinking about this weird move, but I maybe takes check, king c8. But why am I thinking about doing something so crazy when I should just, okay, we'll do something sensible. And this is not as interesting, and I'm down on time, so I'm a very slow player, I am. So I need to, number one, hurry up. And what is an equal position? Danny's done a great job of stopping any of the chaos that was erupting around him. And I mean, I don't think I have an advantage here, but probably I'm not worse either. I'm pretty solid. I don't have any weaknesses in my positions. None of my... Do I do there, or do I simplify? Well, I think this is the way to try and win, to keep pieces on the board. But Danny is doing some nice maneuvering. His knight is finding a good square there, which is, that was nice maneuvering from Dan. So maybe b4, but then is he going to come in, play tactically? Well, let's see. Let's see if his knight is good or bad. And now I'm okay. Now his knight is going to come this way. So this is very clever maneuvering from Danny. And his knight has the c4 square. So I think we need to swap off. Oh, he's got knight d3. Oh, jeez. Oh, I missed that one. So let's not fall for a knight d3. And I can't now get my rook in easily, and I'm running out of time, so time for me to shut up and play a bit quicker now. Surprising move from Danny there. But it might be okay. He's trying to get his bishop in the game, so it's not too terrible. And his minor pieces are certainly better than mine, and he's up on the clock. It's my knight which is the real problem piece in this position. Not sure how I'm getting my knight into the game. So maybe I can come around and try to pressurize the f5. But then if... Okay, now he's got ideas of this, so we have to do this. And rook d3. Danny playing very well. No surprise, really. I'm just trying to hold it together without any time at the moment. What is a tough position. I have to try and create counterplay now. This one. And this might not be so bad. It might just be bad, but it hasn't got to so bad. Maybe I'm better. Maybe I'm better all of a sudden. But we're on this. We're trying to get to the 5th streak. Okay, well I have to take there. And oh, quickly, Simon. Definitely better now. Attacking his bishop. Don't know what he plays here. My king hopefully can come to f5. but then he's got a check here. It's very complicated for a position with no time. Maybe my king could come this way. Oh, okay, so we'll try to get him in a pin now. Ah, that wasn't right, that wasn't right. Time. That's such a bad check. Okay, I should just probably, when you've got a pass pawn, no point messing about, you've got to push the pawn. Quite a tense game. But I spent some... Look at this position, what a weird position it is, yeah? Check! Gonna lose on time, aren't I? Oh, bugger. Or position, one of the two. Ah! Could be position now. Because he's got king there. Oh! Excuse my noises. Oh, that was too painful. And he's got mate. That is that. Ah! Ah! Well done, Danny. Oh, I didn't move quick enough. I didn't leave myself enough time there later on. So we're back to 0 now. Oh no. I must have been doing well at the end there, somewhere. But to be frank, it was just quite confusing. So now Danny is on a run of 4 wins, and I'm back down here trying to get some wins together. So that was, yeah, we'll have to start again now. So my whole aim of this stream is just to get a roll of 10 wins in a row. That's all I want to do. It's quite a big aim, but that does put me back down to struggle yet again. Oh dear. Anyway, we will keep going. We'll keep going this time. I think what I've got to remember to do is just play a little bit quicker in the opening. So we're playing a 1779, and I'm now angry after Gore Mally got me. So we're going to throw all the positional chess away, and we're just going to try and do a bit of crushing now. Let's just try to checkmate now, because you know what they say, checkmate ends the game, and I'm not doing enough of it. I'm not doing enough checkmating. So Danny is in second place. That was an important win for him there, but he must have been struggling. I think the guy leading this tournament's been going on now for 21.5 hours. I don't know if this guy slept. Clements Grieve. I think he's literally stayed up all night playing. I reckon he stayed up all night playing chess. He's dedicated to the cause. But then Danny I know has slept. David Hayden up there. Keith Arkle, who I played a bit earlier, has been playing a fair bit. And what is going on here? Well, I want to open his position up now. So let's start by capturing something and seeing where he's going to put his king. Maybe several people on the same account. I doubt it, to be honest, Bjorn. I expect it is probably just one guy is just sitting there. They used to have these sort of quite famous Blitz tournaments over in France, and I think it was Keith who was telling me about one that was a 48-hour Blitz tournament. Is that really true? 48 hours apparently, where the guys were playing chess literally for 48 hours. I mean, can you imagine that? Non-stop. That I'm sure that's not even legal nowadays, playing for that long. It doesn't seem like the body would survive. Lots of coffee would be needed for such a encounter, I'm sure. I've actually, okay, while I've been talking, I've completely missed that I'm dropping a pawn there. It's only a pawn. We're not too worried. I thought somehow I had my bishop out the way already, but no, because I've moved my knight twice. So we give him a little pawn. We give him a little incentive. Come on. He's now thinking, is it a trick? Is it a trick? No, it's not a trick. It was just me playing very badly. Giving you a little pawn, just for, you know. On the plus side, I think he should have taken with a knight, because by taking with a bishop, he's left some weaknesses on his dark squares, and I certainly have some compensation. And if I win this one later on, my h-pawn could be very strong. And okay, another good move. My opponent's playing well here. Now I could go in, but my knight could get in trouble, so I think I will have to bring it back around now. But I'm not sure now. I'm not sure I like it. I thought this F file would give me loads of comp, but that's not entirely true. At least I'm moving quicker now in this one. Do remember, if you are watching the stream and you feel like doing something good, any donations to the stream or to the link that is coming in goes directly to the British Red Cross, raising money for a very good cause. So it's well worth thinking about if you want to do something good today and help fight COVID. Now this position, so it's now 2 pawns, which is not fantastic. Thank you, Chris, very kind. Some more money for the COVID fund, so cheers, thank you very much. That's very kind. Now, yeah, I'm obviously not happy the way this is going. I've totally taken my eye off the ball here. My one way, I've got 2 ideas to make this tricky for my opponent. One of them is to find a way to come in to try to win h6 and use this one. The other way is my opponent's light squares are a little bit weak, so I can try and attack them. But at the moment, neither of these ideas are working too well. So I'm going to try and get my queen in to the position to get Harry the h-pawn wandering. So this is the first plan I had. Aim for my opponent's weakest pawn. I kind of consolidated my king now. This move's quite useful to stop knight b4. And with queen takes h6 to come, I can start trying to queen Harry. So my opponent's now decided to give that pawn up to try to get rid of my bishop. And I think I should grab this one, even though I do like my bishop. So I think I have to take this one. So let's go for it. Now if I take with the rook, he has got a check. But if I take with a pawn, which I think I'm going to have to do, my king becomes a little bit more weak. I don't know how I'm going to get my rook in the game. So my main plan is really queen g7 and then push the h-pawn. And I think what you've got to do when you're playing chess, I think it was ex-world champion Spassky who even said that a bad plan, and I might get mated here, is better than no plan. So it's better to have a bad plan, at least this is a plan, than no plan. It's a simple plan. It takes me 3 moves to get Harry working, and this has now gained another tempo because I'm attacking on c7, which he may have missed. So now I don't need to use Harry. I'm actually going to pick up his rook with check, and it's going to be checkmate on c8. So he has dropped at the hurdle. So that is the first win of 10, and we've got to now go all the way back through this again. We're trying to get a 10-win streak going, which is proving to be quite hard. I think the most I've got in this tournament is a 12-game streak. I was going for 15, but that is very ambitious. Okay, my opponent moving very quickly here, and this is all theory. There was a story about this position, and this position occurred in the World Championship qualifier between Jonathan Spielman, Grandmaster Jonathan Spielman, this position, I'll come back to this in a moment, and Nigel Short. And Jonathan Spielman's second was Tisdall, a Grandmaster from Norway, and Tisdall was reading a magazine at the airport on his way over to meet Spielman to help him prepare. And in that magazine, this Norwegian magazine, white had castle queenside, which had never been seen before. And this was some random, quite low rated game in the Norwegian Chess League where that move had happened. And Tisdall at the airport had seen this in like the normal paper. I don't know what paper, maybe Bjorn can help out there. And he went back to Spielman, who was playing Nigel Short, and he told Spielman, well, I saw this game where white castled queenside. It's very interesting. And Spielman said, I like the look of that. And you know what he did? He played it then, and this was in the candidates. So the candidates was the run-up to the World Championships, and Jonathan Spielman, a grandmaster from England, actually was in the quarterfinals, I believe. I'm just going to try to checkmate my opponent here. Let's get rid of the knight and try to checkmate him on h7. Seems like a plan. And this is actually working. This is quite dangerous for my opponent. And he played this castle's move against Nigel Short, a younger Nigel Short, and he went on to win a very nice game. And it was all from this second of Spielman's just reading the local paper in Norway. So this is probably going back to the 80s or 90s. So even 40 years ago, they were still coming up with like pretty cool things in Norwegian chess. You know, they were still new day. Okay, right, hang on a minute. So my opponent's trying to swap off queens because this is looking very scary for my opponent. Now I can do that. I think I've got a very good position because I can win my piece back, but it'd be nice if I didn't have to swap queens as well. Yeah, I mean, I even had queen takes c6 there. Can I just show you that position? Here, one of my main threats is queen takes c6, pawn takes, knight takes e7, checkmate. But hey ho, such is life. It didn't happen. So I think I might have to just take some bits off now. I could have maybe taken on e7 thinking about it, but this looks very strong because I'm getting my piece back and I'm attacking. Did I have knight takes e7? Yeah, of course, that was much stronger. That was a much stronger move. Of course it was. Yeah, I think the problem is when you see one line which is really good, you tend to like not pay as much attention to the other lines as you should. And this line looked really good for me, but I didn't pay as much attention I should have done to the other lines. Okay, now it feels even here there might be some checkmate ideas. Can I go bishop here, rook takes here, bishop takes, bishop f6, threatening rook h8, checkmate. So bishop here, rook takes, bishop takes, bishop here. How does he stop checkmate there? I don't think he does, so I'm going to go for this one. I'm sacrificing my piece here to try to get the bishop to this square and the rook into h8. Yeah, I mean, alpaca, I think you're right. You know, there is such a thing as chess tunnel vision, without a shadow of doubt. You get into one way of thinking and you sort of forget about other lines, but it doesn't really matter. If your line of thinking is winning anyway, you should do it. I mean, I remember it was quite funny. I was watching Magnus Carlsen playing. Who was Magnus Carlsen playing? I think it was Sergei Karyakin. Sorry, that joke's a bit old now, but can we mate him here, by the way? Check king here, check bishop here. Maybe it's not mate, but it's blooming near. Okay, let's see, because I got a winning ending. So I remember Sergei Karyakin was playing against Magnus Carlsen, and Magnus Carlsen was completely winning, and he played one winning variation, and there was loads of people watching in the chat using their computers, and in the chat everyone was going quite crazy because because basically Magnus did not play the top computer move. He played like the second line, which was completely winning anyway, and all these people were going crazy, saying, oh, Magnus didn't play the best move, look how weak he is. I don't know if there's a word for them, but what you could call them, computer, I don't know. You know, they just jump on the bandwagon. They see the computer line. They're following the game without really knowing what's going on in the game. They're looking at the assessment of the game go up and down, and they're like, oh, how could the top grandmaster, one of the best players in the world, miss that 25 move variation? How could he do it? What a weak grandmaster. When they're sitting there and they probably couldn't calculate 5 moves themselves. And they were doing this with Magnus Carlsen, and what Magnus Carlsen did was winning anyway. And I just thought it was really funny. I just thought, well, guys, just give Magnus a break. He's playing a winning line anyway. So what on earth are you guys talking about, you know? So yeah, well, there we go. That's I just thought that was a bit weird. Okay, so this game, I think we're going to go for, can we go for some quick checkmate attack on h7 with the bishop coming in here and the queen coming in here? This could be very dangerous. I mean, I can also just play queen here, but this looks really interesting. King takes, queen h5 check, king g8, bishop to d3. I don't know if I'm going to be able to resist that. He's got rook f5. It's the only defensive move, and he might be okay. That's the problem. So it's the other idea is to move the queen in. Okay, I'm going to play it. Let's just play it. Let's just do it. Whatever. We're just going to do it. Okay, and now we're going to go check, because it gives it. Actually, this is a much better move order, because if he goes rook here, I have g4, but it probably leads to the same thing. He has to go rook f5, because otherwise my attack on h7 is going to be too strong here. And after rook f5, unfortunately, I probably have to give that bishop up. I could go queen g6. I always wonder if my opponents are listening to the stream as I'm talking, you know, and I'm like, oh no, I've just given away the game. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. But if he goes rook f5, I can take, and my position's still pretty good, I think, because I'm going to get 2 pawns and have a little bit of an attack. But I don't see how else he defends against my bishop coming in here with checkmate, or my queen coming in here and my bishop coming in here with checkmate. So the main threat is bishop, queen h7, bishop g6, checkmate. Oh! Did he mean to do that, or was that a mouse slip? Maybe he was listening and thought I said thought I mentioned the f4 square, and he's like, oh yeah, rook f4. Oh yeah. Well, I think that is now going to be losing for him, because I can even, you know what I've never done in chess? I've never castled and given checkmate. Can I do that here? Can I castle and give checkmate? That would be my finest ever hour. I can't see how I'm going to do it, but I mean, I could just take and castle, but that's not going to be checkmate. Maybe I'm giving myself too many challenges. Okay, so I think we should take this one and probably just castle. It's a pity. I'd love to castle and give checkmate. Wouldn't that be great? But I think I should just play this move, which is going to be pretty much the end of the game for him. Okay, well, I castled and forced resignation. Does that count? Does that count? Does that maybe count? Okay, so now we're playing the leader of the tournament, number 1, and we're gonna go for French defense, and we're on a 3-game roll. So can we take the leader down? I had this opening against him before and I got a crap position, so I'm going to play something a little bit different, because this guy's been playing all night. I'm going to take with a queen here, because this variation he might not know so well. And okay, it's maybe not the most exciting, but I used to play this as a kid. I learned chess from my dad. He played a lot of chess, and most of my openings are actually the openings that my dad taught me, and this is one of the first openings my dad taught me, this variation here. So I'm gonna follow my dad's recommendations and give it a go. And it's considered that maybe black is slightly worse here, because this pawn can be weak, but also this pawn can be quite strong later on if I can get it going. So this is a big game. We're seeing if we can take down the tournament leader, and to start with I think I better defend that one. And we have ideas now of the knight coming maybe to c4. And I can always defend my pawn with this one. So he's brought his knight back. And I can just retreat it as one sensible idea. Let's do that for now. And a pretty solid position for both sides here, I feel. Not much going on. So my opponent, Danny's nearly on a 10-game run there. My opponent's on a 2-game run. How many have I got now? I'm on a 3-game run. So if I win this, I'm getting much nearer to my goal. Now that move I don't like of my opponent's, because he can't now move his bishop there. So let's just improve my rook to start with. One idea I've used in this kind of structure many times is this move, which I'm going to play now, because when he takes here, I can take with a pawn, and then I can try to slowly move my pawns up the board. But like I mentioned, this is a very solid way to play. I mean, I can also try taking with the queen, threatening his bishop. That's also not a stupid idea. The reason I put a rook here first was some tactics. Now, if I go here, he will take this pawn. I don't want to allow that one. Now I could even now start pushing it forwards, but I think my rook is no longer good on the c file, so let's put it behind my pawn. Now, is this pawn weak or strong? That's kind of the question. I mean, it's isolated, meaning it could be weak, but if I can start pushing it out the board, it can become very strong. So my opponent's trying to now generate some kind of initiative over here, which I have to admit I didn't look at, but I'm not worried about him taking that bishop, because my bishop is quite a bad piece. It's a purely defensive piece at the moment, so I don't think he will take that bishop. That'd be a bad move to play. He gets rid of my my bad bishop. My bad bishop is just doing a defensive role, so he shouldn't do that one. Other things I'm thinking about doing, maybe I can come in queen d4 and try to swap the queens off and just, like, you know, play that position, which is not so silly, or move the knight in. Queen d4, we're going to be entering into an ending, and I think I actually don't mind this one, because if my knight gets to d4, I gain a tempo on the bishop, and if he moves that bishop, I might have h6, which will force his knight to take here. Then I get rid of my bad bishop. So I'm hoping I get this kind of position where I get rid of that bishop of mine, and I think this might help me, but I'm not sure. Again, it's whether this pawn is weak or strong. This is the key thing. And so he's playing in quite a standard fashion here. And now, where do I want to put my knight? Well, I want to defend this square from his rooks potentially coming in. Could still be a little bit worse here at the moment, but it's nothing serious. And now I don't want him swapping my knight off, because then his rook comes in, but he might now be trying to come into this square. So yeah, I'm probably a little bit worse, aren't I, still? Which is annoying, because if his rook comes in there, how do I stop that? That's frustrating. So I can go rook here, but then he goes bishop here. He tries to come into e7. So I underestimated this. So okay, I think we have to play this and go king here and try to go rook f7 to defend that one. I've got to guard this row. I've got to stop his rook coming in when g6 will be a target. I wanted to play a6 because I'm thinking now he can try to take my knight, and my knight is defending e7, and then he can try to get his rook in. But okay, well, I'm happy he's played a quiet move there. But I'm still not really showing a plan, am I? This is the other thing. Is he coming here and here? Maybe. He's got this control of the file, right? Yeah, this is a little bit tricky. And now, okay, we'll go here, see if he wants to exchange off one pawn. Fairly even still. Thank you for the cheer there, Mycology, if I got the name right. Sorry if I didn't. And how do we improve this? Not easy to improve. Really might just start pushing this one soon, yeah? But my knight, okay, now I'm thinking my knight might want to move. Time is going down. Okay, I'm going to try to find another square for this knight. I'm thinking like f5 here. Because now I've got my king and rook here. I'm not so concerned about the rook coming in because I've defended that rank. Now I could come back and try to get a draw, but maybe we'll just see what he does. But I don't really want to get a draw, do I? This rook's got to try and get active. So how about this one? Trying to come into c3. Got to activate your pieces in an ending. So we're going to go for this one now and try to get it in on c3. I wasn't a big fan of his b4 move because he's created some holes like c3 on the queen side. But I'm getting a bit short of time as well in this position. I don't want to ruin my streak. I'm going for the 10-game streak. So we will see. Okay, so now he's had to cut back. And coming in is natural, but then he will take... Okay, let's move a bit quicker now. I didn't like his rook coming there, so I'm trying to now use my knight on that square, potentially. Must be time to start pushing the pawn. The thing is, as soon as I push this pawn, I open up this diagonal. So at the moment, this pawn is stopping his bishop on this diagonal. Whenever you push a pawn, you weaken squares. It doesn't matter what pawn you push, you always weaken squares. So that's something to bear in mind when you're pushing your pawns. Okay, now can I check here and play like this? Okay, I could go knight here, but I like my knight. I'm going to keep my knight on the board, and I've got a big time edge here because this knight is very tricky, and now it's time to push, no doubt about it. And I'm going to grab this pawn over here as well. So this is looking pretty good at the moment. But it might not be enough to win. Okay, how do I win this one? How about this? That bishop's very annoying. Okay. Oh, have I just thrown it away? No. Don't want to lose that pawn, do I? But now he's attacking two pawns. Oh, bummer. What have I done? I'm going to take a risk. Oh, maybe I've got a little tactic. Knight here check. Knight d6. This one is my little trick. Say hello to my little trick, man. Say hello to my little trick. And now I should be winning, yeah? Get in there, son. Oof. I mean, I don't like trying to win on time always, but obviously I actually quite enjoy winning on time. Who am I trying to fool? If I can win on time, I can win on time. That was a good trick, but I think that was a pretty smooth game. I mean, it was smoothish, wasn't it? It was kind of smooth game, I think. Like, I was probably a little bit worse, but nothing serious, and just play the position, you know. Okay, so if we look at the standings now, I'm on a roll of 4 wins. So I've got 6 wins in a row to try and get to get to my goal. My goal was to get a sandpaper smooth, says Aldo. Smooth as some sandpaper. Thanks, Aldo. Thanks, mate. Thank you for that. Very, very kind of you for your observations. What would I do without you, Aldo? The sandpaper smooth. 87% smooth. Was that what the computer says? Okay, now this position, I've looked at this before, but okay, do we go here now? Maybe we'll go here now. And now what do we play? Do I play this one? It kind of feels I've done this a bit wrong, actually. I'm going to do this one, but I'm not sure I like it. I want to keep this bishop free, and I want to get rid of his blockader on that square so I can play f4 and try to attack, but I really want to sack my piece now. It's probably a load of absolute rubbish, so if I can't sack it, I'm losing a pawn. What have I done? I played this opening horribly, absolutely horribly. Oh no, don't say the run's going to go again. So if I go here, takes, pawn takes, he just moves his bishop, queen h5. It's probably just a load of rubbish, isn't it? So I'm gonna have to sacrifice. Look, when a grandmaster loses a pawn, it is not a blunder, it's always a sacrifice. That is your lesson of the day. It's a sacrifice. I've sacrificed this pawn so I can get L swinger coming in. It's a brilliant sacrifice. I get this positional square here. Amazing sacrifice, and now we can attack like this. Oh, brilliant stuff. Grandmasters don't lose pawns, they only sacrifice pawns. That is the rule of the day. And actually, I can't believe it, but I quite like my position somehow, because I am going to get a little bit of action. So do we play the king there now or not? I don't want him to take my knight, this is the thing. So I'm actually thinking I can come back, but then he's going to take here. I need a good move there, so I don't really like that either. So maybe it's not as great compensation. I could just, okay, let's move this one in, because I want to take with my knight. I want to keep my knight on that lovely central square. That is a really nice square, and I want to do something like, okay, this I'm more happy about, because it keeps my bishop open and I can still use this square. I'm not sure, but it should be some compensation with my rook swinging over to h1 and then coming into h7. So we'll definitely give this one a go. Some compensation. Right, on the other hand, he's coming in here, which is a good idea, but then he's going to get a position of bad bishop versus good knight, I hope, after this one. I'm hoping this is a bad piece because it's blocked in by the pawn. I'm hoping my knight is good. If only I could get my queen to this square, but my other plan is just to double up on the, you know, I sacrifice the h pawn to get all this pressure on the h file, force a weakness in his position, sacrifice on the weakness, checkmate. Beautiful positional pawn sacrifice. There'd be books written about this. How not to play as a grandmaster. Oh, rightio, so let's do it. Well, I don't know which square is better. I'm kind of thinking this one, because I might want to come to g3 and do it this way around. Now if he takes here, this is what he should be doing. He should be trying to get counterplay at the c file, because I certainly can't take my e pawn, because then you can go e3 and his bishop becomes good. So we'll keep my good knight. Now I have ways in. So this is all right. Okay, so he heard my plan, and he's going to try and get this kind of counterplay, but is he in time? Because I've got rook here coming, and I've got my own attack, and I've also got queen here. If he goes g6, can I go knight takes g6, queen g7? So he's coming this way. Okay, I didn't see that way. So and now surely this one is, can I also take on h7? No, let's just do this. There's no need for the fireworks. He has got this check. This is a counter check. Okay, so I go a3 first. If he goes h6, a3. So if I take here first, I can take here first. Yes, okay. If he takes, I've got mate on the h file. What a brilliant sacrifice that was. Smooth as anything. Never in doubt. Never in doubt. Smooth, smooth. Look at this. Just sacrifice the pawn. Open up the h file. Come in with the checkmate. Get it, open up. Yeah, easy. You made a meal of it. Never like well played, Aldo. You made a meal of it. You were lucky. As smooth as sandpaper. Well, thanks for that, Aldo. You made a meal of it. Okay. Anyway, what am I on now? I'm on 5. I'm halfway there. I'm halfway to the 10 game roll. So I need to get 5 more wins, and I've done my aim. Halfway there. I'll let you off, Aldo. I'll let you off, sir. I want to get 5 more wins, and I can. And also, do remember, people, we have another donation coming in. I think from, you can see here on the list, Rat Bacon. Yummy. Rat Bacon has donated a little bit more money. Let me just make sure I don't get in trouble here while I'm trying to talk. Can we? Okay. Rat Bacon has donated. Remember, all donations today goes to the Red Cross COVID relief. So it's a very, very good cause. And I don't like. What have I done here? I'm sort of really worried. Okay, I can castle queenside. This is okay. Why is he going that way? I thought why didn't he come in like Errol Flynn? That was strange. Well, thank you, sir. Okay, well, I'm happy he's gone that way. I'm relieved. That the other one looked much more scary. Now, I'm not saying this is brilliant, but I do have some nice central squares now, and if I can castle queenside, we can have a bit of fun. Fire your guns. Name the band. You know the band. Fire when she's going down. Fire when she's going round. Oh dear, don't sing anymore. Okay, so my opponent's now getting ready for me to castle that way. He's going to start attacking me. So I might even just say, okay, I'll castle this way. But where's my G-pawn gone? Someone's stolen my G-pawn. So my king's a little bit weak, but we can't always have everything. That's AC/DC, of course. AC/DC. Of course it is. Right, so we're going for win number 6. Has anyone else got a 10 game roll now? No one has. No one's got a 10 game roll. Okay, so my opponent playing very well here though. Now he's trying to get aggressive with this move, which is a good idea. Now I could try and block things down, but I don't like what I'm doing with my bishop there, so I don't really want to do that one. So if he opens, I have an idea. So maybe I'll just get my king. Don't like where my king is either. Let's just get my king. Or I could also move my knight. Yeah, this might be the best, yeah? Because I want to open up the rook, open up the bishop, and try and lose the pawn on this square. Okay, so let's get the queen. This is another thing I was trying to open up. Don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on. What is going on? Oh, was it Thunderstruck I was singing there? I thought it was Fire Your Guns. Maybe I was getting a little bit confused. Beam me up, Scotty. I don't know what I was singing. Who knows? Okay. Really weird position, yeah? Now, this one looks correct. I want to get rid of this bishop. This is a key bishop, so my knight is coming around. This is the key bishop because all the dart squares are a little bit weak in the center. You can see there's very holy. So if I can get rid of a piece that's defending those dart squares, that's great. Oh, thank you, Killian. Killian from Ireland. Very kind of you to donate. Thanks, Killian. Cheers for the donation, Killian. It's most appreciated, Killian. And we're now up to a fantastic amount of money, £715. Plus, we might even get to £1,000. That is just, you guys are just, I was going to swear and say effing brilliant, man. But you are. You know where I'm coming from. Hello to Killian. Hello to David Hayden in the chat, who keeps beating me. but I let him off because he's a bloody good player. So and anyone else who's joining in. Okay, right. Now maybe we play the ending, yeah, because I got the 2 bishops, and this pawn will be weak later on. And there is a chance. Can he go here? Wow, he can try. He can try. It's probably a good move actually. But I've always got bishop f6, haven't I? I can always defend that one. I was hoping I could go check and back spank him, but he's defending that one. Okay, so now I've got these dart squares. This must be really good. Let's push his king into the corner of the board. I can also just damage his pawns there and play positionally. It's horrible when you've got such a good position to find the right moves. Okay, we'll go this one. Let's do this one. And he could have gone rook g3 actually, maybe there. Maybe rook g3 was the way to go. So remember, I've got to get 5 more wins to get my goal. And now this is a very good ending. Because remember the dart squares I was talking about? My king can start shuffling in to those squares. I might even take this knight and play that ending. Also very, very good if I just grab that one. But I don't think I need to rush into taking his knight at the moment. So we won't do that at the moment. Okay, let's see where he wants to put that guy. And do I start using my pawns? I could even play this one and this one. What's better? Okay, this looks more natural. We'll play the natural moves. But it is hard to break down, don't get me wrong. I need to get my king in to the position. I don't actually know I've played this. I don't like. Okay, we'll play this. I think I've got a much better ending here. Yeah, my time's low. Thanks for pointing that out. Much better ending, but it might. Okay, now he's played here, so I need to move quick. You're right. Need to move quick. Let's get the king in on those dart squares. Try to, anyway. It's a much better position, but can I win it in time? Let's try to not get my bishop trapped. That would be really embarrassing. And my king is doing something here. And my bishop is still okay. That's I was going to say a good move, but he may have dropped a pawn there. It was a tough position anyway because this pawn was very, very weak, but this has got a whole lot tougher for him. And now we can squeeze his knight away. And probably win another pawn here. Oh, okay. Well, no stalemates. No, there's no stalemates here, thankfully. And, well, let's just move that bishop to make sure. And I don't think he'll be able to survive this one now. Well, it's a piece down, yeah? And I can also use my bishops to grab these guys. So we will grab them. We'll grab them all. I might even grab that one. How about that? Should we grab them all? Let's grab that one, yeah. Greedy, greedy. We're going to be on a 6-game win. A 6-game roll. Woohoo! I mean, unless I do something completely crazy here, which I have done before. Clearly, I'm not always playing the best moves, but he ain't stopping that one. Let's take another one. Don't stalemate him. Do not stalemate him. Do not stalemate him. Okay, well, let's push these guys as well. And don't lose on time. Don't stalemate, don't lose on time, and you will win. Push all your pawns, queen them all, and enjoy it. That's what it's about. Sit back, enjoy pushing the pawns. One by one, they roll down the board like a avalanche of love. Getting nearer and nearer to executing the king in a ball of flames. Slowly but surely, they get to their prime points, and oh, don't resign. I'm enjoying myself too much now. This is checkmate, but let's just push them little by little. Nearly stalemate. And oh, he didn't let me win against him. Okay, so we're on a 6-game roll now, so that's pretty good. So who have I got now? So if I win this, I'm getting nearer to my 10. I just want to get to a 10-game roll of wins. There we are. 6-game roll. I want to get 10-game roll of wins, and I can be happy. So let's go for some crazy dragon action. And oh, the only thing about this is I'm not very good at remembering the theory. So it's one of those ones, and I think, is this Robin? I don't know. Let's see. Okay, well, we'll just play. We'll just play some moves. And let's castle and see if we get checkmated. Famous last words. Famous last words. His attack is very strong. And this stuff is all a bit dubious, I have to say. But hopefully he doesn't know the theory. If my opponent knows the theory, this could be going wrong. He doesn't know the theory. Thank goodness for that. Okay. Guy in the box, thank you for subscribing. Hope you're doing alright, Guy. Hope you're doing well. Now this, I seem to recall, has occurred in the game with the guy in 7th place, Chris Baker, a good friend of mine, against Richard Pert. I think this position occurred in that game about 20 years ago. Now, let's take that one and try not to get mated. Okay, now e5. Let's show no. Ooh, I'm showing a little bit of fear here, but this should be good for me. I just need to calculate. I've got time to do it. So if I go here, takes, he goes g5. If I take the bishop, takes, queen f4, knight here, h5. Am I scared there? No, I'm not scared that much. Just a little, maybe a little bit, like quite a lot, but we will see. Okay, so I go here and hope when he ever takes on this one, I can take with my f pawn, and I feel kind of safe, but I'm not actually that convinced, am I? Interesting position, interesting stuff. So I've got to now try and start my own attack, and I'm also over defending my knight. So the point is, if he takes here, I always take with the f pawn, because if I take with the h pawn, I could get mated, but my knights do a very good job of defending. So, but it's the kind of position that you just make one mistake and you lose. That's the issue with this. So I'm being very careful. Okay, let's go here, because I've got 2 threats, this one and another threat I won't mention in case he's listening. Oh, he avoided it. e5 was my other threat. Now I'm going to try a5. I need to break through that knight if I can. Really complicated, and I'm hoping I'm still defending everything over here. It feels like I am, because my knight stops his queen getting to 2 key squares, which would cause my king a lot of aggro. So we're trying to play this one just to break through. Okay, so he's trying to get rid of my knight quite naturally, and now I might have to come back to guard that one. I like this sort of formation, so I don't really want to break that formation. I mean, my ideal setup, if I could get it, would be something like g5 and f6, because then I've stopped any open lines. I don't like the move f5. It's because it just seems to weaken my king. It might be a very good move, but I want to keep the pawns as close to my king as I possibly can. It feels like the more I open up my king, the more chances I get. F6 is interesting, but I do want to leave myself the possibility of taking this way. So my opponent's now come in with another very aggressive move. He's very aggressive, this player. Now, does he want to take and try taking here? Well, I'm going to see. Let's see. Let's see if I can still take the knight if he takes on e7. So I'll continue with my plan at the moment. I don't know about this position. I'm still a bit scared. It'd be annoying to lose my run now because his pieces are coming very close. And okay, so I'm a little bit worried, but I need to open up his king. Does he have any threats? Probably. Okay, I'm going to go here, but I'm worried that I'm missing something. But threatening checkmate seems like a good start. His knights are now looking very scary as well. Could I have gone rook takes b2? I was thinking about that for a split second, but I don't think so. I don't think that one works. Anything could happen in this position. This is a very tense game, this one. And my monitors are saying they're going to turn off. Automatic turn-offs. Thanks, monitors. Do remember you can still donate to the great cause above. This is what happens when you play the Sicilian. You get these kind of, if white plays aggressively, you get these kind of positions where anything can happen. And what the bloody hell is he doing now? He is trying to kill me. Okay. Now, if I don't get killed, I will be alright. Is he killing me? I don't think he's killing me. Oh, I'm quite happy he did that, actually, because he's not even threatening anything at the moment. And now I can centralise and do that. So I'm kind of feel a bit relieved. I thought he should just play b3 there. If he plays b3, I think that was a lot better way to play. That was, yeah, I think you're right, Aldo. Strange decision, because I don't feel he's going to have enough tack here. And he doesn't even have any threats, so as long as I don't play something very silly, this is looking very good. Now just threatening to win a pawn and exchange queens. So okay, if I win this one, we will be on a 7. We just need to get 3 more wins. And I think did I see that Killian said he'd donate £50 to charity? If that happens, all donations today are going to charity. Just want to confirm that one. Every single donation is going to charity. So if you donate to the link or to my stream, it's all going to charity. He's still trying to checkmate me, but he's got to be a bit careful about the back ranker. So he's got to play knights. Okay, now I can get the queen. I'm just going to get the queens off. There's no point risking anything in such situations. So there we go. There we go. Good stuff. So we're on now a 7-game streak. 3 more in a row. Give me white. Give me white in the next game. Let's see. Just need 3 more wins. Let's do it. 3 more. Okay, we got Lee Bullock. If I lose this, I will literally want to top myself. I know Lee well. He's a dangerous player. He is a dangerous player. But losing to him, I will never live it down. I will never live it down. So this is a key game. And also, I mean, on rating, it's quite a good game for me, yeah? It's quite a good game, because if I win this one, then I only need 2 games to get to my thing. Now this is quite a dangerous way to play against Lee, but we'll do it anyway. And see what happens. He's quite a good attacking player as old Lee, so we have to be a little bit careful. And where am I in tournament? Well, I'm positioned now. I'm on a roll. Where am I? Do I have to keep scrolling down? Where's my name? Where is my name? I can't even see my name now. Where is it? Where is? Oh, there it is. Okay. Right. So Lee's now coming in with this one. Now I kind of wanted to play that anyway, but he obviously wants to do some cheaper. I told you he loves his attacking. Does old Lee? So I'm gonna have to be careful. But as long as I'm careful, meaning I'm going to try to swap off some pieces. I wasn't sure about F5 because he could have sacked on G5. I don't know if I want to allow him any chances, if I can help it, to gain an attack. Okay, so yeah, we're on a 7-game roll. So the idea, what I want to do during the course of this stream, is just to get to a 10-game roll. Strider, thank you for your donation. It's most appreciated, as are all donations that anyone would like to give today. We're trying to raise as much money as we can to fight COVID-19. So do please donate, and donate generously to help fight it. You've been excellent. We've busted our target of donations, and we're actually even nearly, by the looks of it, getting near the £1,000 mark, because it's the 2 donations above we're doing. So that is awesome. And people are saying if I get 10 games in a row, they will donate more. If every one of you donated £1, if I got, to that mark, we would raise so much money for charity. But I've got to win the next 3 games, and that's not going to be a walk in the park. So Lee playing very well, actually. He's playing very sensibly, and I haven't really come up with a plan at the moment. So how am I going to actually do something in the position? Don't really like my knight here. Pawn breaks seem to make my position worse. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing, but I'm gonna bring this one in to try to complicate it a little bit as we go. Try to bring it into F4. Someone's saying don't stop streaming until you get to the mark. Well, I could be here a while. I'm actually this game I don't like. Lee's playing. Why is Lee playing so well? He's playing very well. He's made me do these little pawn weaknesses, which I don't like. So I'm trying to now just change the nature of the game, because I didn't like the way it was going. Don't stop. I'll be here forever. If I don't get to 10 points now, I feel I'm never going to do it. So, whoa, that's more the kind of move that I expect. Okay, what is that? What is that? What's Lee doing? Okay, he's coming for me. I see. Now, is he scaring me yet? Not quite yet, but. Okay, now let's see if I can. Okay, so he's coming for me, but I'm coming for him as well. He's got to think about my plans at the same time, and now at least I've got some counterplay over there. So in we go. Okay, he's defending that one. So now just got to be a little bit careful of Lee's hack attack here, and try to think of the best way to defend. I'm actually gonna try and create enough counterplay in the middle of the board as well, and if things open up, his king is over there as well. He's a tricky guy. Old Lee. He's trying to checkmate me. He's not very polite, but I'm hoping that I have it all under control, because losing now would be pretty horrible. King D2 double exclamation mark, says Chesspatzer UK. It was definitely a little bit scary, yeah? Definitely a little bit scary. And he's still coming forwards. Look at him, the lunatic. So I'm mildly scared. But I've been more scared. I've been more scared in my life. You think it was a case of premature attaculation, do you? Premature attaculation. Well, it could well have been. Oh, I'm only 2 games away from a 10-game roll if we win this one. Okay, he's gotten back. Whew. Go back, Lee. I'm happy about that. I thought he might sack his queen or something. Now, can I be really greedy and go here? Well, I'm not just going to sit around and defend my whole life. So we better try and do a bit of counter punching in the position. Captain Bumratty said he's going to donate £30. Oh, you guys, if I can win. Hello, Captain Bumratty. If I can win a couple more games, the donations are going to come flooding in. So the pressure is on indeed. Because we want to raise as much money for this charity as we can. So 3 more wins and we might get another £100 by the looks of it. Whew, come on. Come on. Okay, so now we're just doing a little bit of triangulation. And his knight is getting in a tricky situation because if he comes back, I may be taken there. But he's played very well so far. And he's made this very difficult for me. He's coming with a good attack. Now he's coming in with more attacking play. Bloody hell. He's such a hacker, old Lee. And my king is a little bit weak. I might even have to come back to try and defend. Okay. Whew. Now, can I take this one or am I going to get attacked? I might have to play taking, check, bishop here, bishop d5, and actually I get attacked. So I feel that I'm going to have to play some move because I material up and this might have been a bit greedy. So I'm just going to try and defend everything because I've got a good position. I don't need to risk things, and this is a much safer way to play. And then he mates me. Okay, well, we'll go for this one. I'm up on time as well, but he's played very well. But 2 more games to see if we can get to the magic mark of 10 wins in a row. If I win this one, his time's looking very bad now, so there's a good chance. And I've got a little cheeky check here, which is going to be coming into the position. Well played, Lee, though. You put up a very good fight. Okay, so we are now on an 8-game streak. 2 more wins. And it's another game I might be able to win here. I mean, I don't know who I'm playing, but on rating, I would be favourite. So I need to get 2 out of 2 for the 10-game streak. Come on. Come on. Okay. And I'm just going to play the exchange Slav. Now don't moan. I have very good results in this opening. It's quite a fun opening. But my opponent, I wonder who he is actually. It rings a bell, this guy. I think he's a very good player. And I'm going to just try to play a positional grind. A positional guy in the box says my new favourite opening. It's a very good opening, isn't it? The exchange Slav is a good opening, but not the way I've bloody played it. I forgot about his Queen C7 move. Can I go Rook C1 and counter complicate? Well, he has Queen A5 check, so I don't know. Just need to do a bit. No, maybe not. That's annoying. I haven't played this very well. Okay, so we're going to have to simplify more pieces than I had wished for. The one thing I find in this exchange Slav, push the pawns, thank you for the cheer, and anyone else who's cheered, Black Spock. The one thing I find in this opening is that you want to play against the bishop on c8. The bishop on c8 is a very bad piece. So if you make lots of exchanges and keep your bishop, which is very good, and you're playing against this bishop, you'll generally have an advantage. So I'm kind of happy to exchange, I think. So I have to take here. Got no choice there. And now he's going to be playing c5. This is the slight issue. My knight is not very good, and I've got to defend this pawn. So this might be the best way, because if he plays c5, I can at least get some pressure on the c file. But I think he's got equality. Okay, so I'm quite happy to exchange queens. Very happy to exchange queens, because he's got, oh, this is very nice. I don't think he should have done this, because he's got this backwards pawn I can attack. He's got this bad bishop. He can't break here. My double pawns are actually quite good, because my double pawns positionally control the board. So I'm happy that's happened. It might still be okay for him, but the position has improved. And this is the first thing. We don't want to allow him to break with the c5 move, if we can help it. But I also want to get my knight over here, because that would be a lovely position to have the knight. So knight here, then he might go c5 though. And then I don't really want him to break with that move. So this is the one move I want to keep my eyes on. So how do we play to stop that? It's an advantage, but is it enough to win? I don't really like b4 because I weaken these two squares. I might play it, but I don't want to rush into playing it. I'm going to go here first with two ideas. And okay, we'll go here now. Not as easy as I thought at all. I was also thinking to get my knight to this square, because this one. Now he's going to push here as well, so maybe it is time to go b4. But then he pushes with this pawn and he breaks free. So that is the issue. Okay, I'm going to have to play on the other side of the board. And he's a little bit quicker than me as well. My knight needs to find a better square here. So let's try and create something to attack here. Try to create another weakness on the king side. See if I can do that. And he's going to... Let's now... That knight's not good. We need to do something with that one. Okay, we'll go for it then. Let's go there. Has my knight gone the wrong way? Should my knight have been heading towards b3 in this position? I'm only playing this now because he was about to play c5, and that c5 move kind of breaks open the position. So now his knight is coming around this way, and I need to find a good route for my knight as well. Well, I think I'm going to play here, because if he lets me get my pawn to a5, I am laughing. Okay, I'm very happy now, because now he can't break. That was his last pawn break that he could play. And now that he can't do that break, he's totally passive. So now my knight needs to get to b3, so I have to get it to c1. So I need to reroute my knight around via this way. If he ever goes here, his bishop is horrendous. So I'm happily taking this one and playing against his bishop. But is it enough to win? That's the all-important question, yeah? Is this position enough to win? It's a nice advantage, but is it a winning advantage? Okay, well, I'm on the surface happy he's broken out, because I need to get another area on the board to attack on, but still not easy, this one. Not easy at all, yeah? I think we're making progress, but I'm sort of... I didn't really want to allow this one. So I misplayed it slightly. The tension's getting there. We just need 2 more wins. And I've sort of misplayed it a little bit here. But let's see how strong I can make that pawn. Okay, well, let's push it one square maybe. Yeah, it feels like, okay, no, this is always the idea. Let's always get the knight. Let's always get the knight to the best square we can first. We don't need to push him. And it's still looking good for me, I think. Still looking good. Got a little check there. I can even grab this pawn, but see, okay, if I can grab the pawn, I should grab the pawn, because, and I think he's made another mistake there. He shouldn't be closing the position down, but this is really good now. If I don't win this, oh, it'd be horrendous. I'm throwing money away to charity. I mean, I'm throwing charity's money away. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, oh, I should have gone rook b1. Stop any counterplay. Stop any counterplay. I should have gone rook b1 too, but okay, it's not. Why am I worried about some rubbish b4 move? We're not scared about that. We got Harry coming. Come on, son. Thank you for. I didn't see who hosted there. Right. This is his little last punt saloon, but our pawns must be stronger. Come on, pawnios. Come on, pawns. Just one more game. If I win this one, if I don't win this one, I will cry. One more game. We've got a 10-game streak. Okay, now we come in. This is winning. This is winning. And what is the best way to do this? My king, can it look after both pawns? Have to be a little bit careful with that. Well, let's just push this one. I have a lot of pawns that are dangerous, so we might as well use them all. And the c pawn is going to be dangerous, more than dangerous. So one more game to win, and we get to our 10 games. Come on! So we're on a roll of 9. So let's see. I think it'd be good to get someone really tough now. I think we've got to get someone really tough to get to the 10-game roll. And then we've done it. We've done what I set out to do. Get 10 games. Let the donations fly. It's all to a good cause. You're all helping out people. You know, saving the world. And we got a 14. Okay, don't get too excited. Don't get too excited. We want an easy one. Well, this guy was leading the tournament, actually. This guy was leading the tournament yesterday. It was very strange. It was very strange. He was crushing the tournament. He was in the lead for the whole of the day yesterday. So I think he's very underrated, to be honest. I mean, he could be like 1,000 points higher, you know. I'm doing this sacrificial line again, which is maybe a bit risky, but we're going for a win. We're going for a crazy dynamic win, and this is like one of my pet lines against his thing. I think if we do this, if we manage to win now, we've got to go for a 15 game streak. Is no one else on a streak here? It's quite funny. We're into the last hour and a half of the tournament as well. You hate this line, but I think we have a game in this Chess Patzer UK. I think we had a little encounter in this variation. This is the best move. This is like, okay, he's not a computer. Don't get paranoid. You're not playing a computer. No. I always get paranoid when they play the computer's best move, but he's not a computer. No. Oh, that'd be so annoying if you find out. I'm not saying my opponent is here, but imagine you're going for your 10-game stream. You know, all the donations are about to flood in, and then you lose in a lovely game. You check afterwards and you find out you're playing a computer. Oh, that would be sad. But that's not my opponent. I didn't say that. I'm not saying that at all. It's not the case. Okay, let's go here. Now I had this before, didn't I, where I just got this bishop to this diagonal. So I'm just getting paranoid now, basically. Captain Bumratty says he can't afford the well, you don't have to pay, Captain Bumratty. Now let's just be careful. It's one of those positions where you make, again, all my games seem to be like one small mistake and it's game over, but this one seems a very natural way to attack. And Chespatzer UK is saying you beat him earlier. Okay, well that's good to hear, Chespatzer. He's obviously not a computer then. Only joking. Only joking. You're a great player, Chespatzer. But you should never relax either, especially when I'm literally throwing away money. Especially when I'm literally throwing away money for DVDs. Okay, he's played the best move. Now if I take, thank you Chess Coach Net, hello Chess Coach Net, another good streamer that everyone should check out, say he's watching my DVD, nice to hear. Now if I take that, I free his pieces up, so we're going to go here and hope this is good. Should be alright, there's no need to panic here. We can get castle quickly and keep attacking him. Come on, we're up on time. We're up on time. We're up on time. Do I pay you £20 if I lose? I'm happy to pay you £20 if I lose. We can do that. I don't know how we do that. You'd have to tell me your PayPal address, but I'm sure we can. I'm sure that can be done. My knight does a good job of stopping knight to f2 here. And now I probably should bring this one back, and it looks like I've got a very good attacking position here. This guy's coming in. We've seen how dangerous this is before, and now that he hasn't got the opportunity to play c5, I'm feeling very confident. I'm feeling like the money to the charity is going to come flooding. Remember, get your wallets out, people. I'm actually donating £40 of the above. I'm also donating 3 courses. We're donating 3 different courses at GingerGM. So we're doing like £200 in donations from GingerGM. So we're being quite generous, anyway. But what's the best way of doing this? Let's get the knight in. But yeah, I come on. Remember, a little donation, even £1 to either the above links, it's all to charity, and that's what this is all about. I've been working so hard recently, and it's nice to raise a little bit of money, and your name will appear, and I'll be forever grateful if we get to 10 games. Come on, 10 games. Well, my idea is just to put the knight in here, and I've literally got every piece attacking. Oh no. Oh, don't do anything like that, man. Oh. I could have. I don't really want to trap the rook because my bishop is stronger than his rook. I could have played Queen h5, threatening checkmate, but then he has like Rook f5, and he can fight on. I prefer the idea of bringing my knight in and bringing my queen over to h8. Whoa, he's lashed out. Okay, thank you for that. I will take that one. Thank you. Cheers. That's very kind of you, sir. Give me your pieces. Give me your pieces. Please don't mouse slip. I'm keeping my hands over here just in case, yeah? Until I have to move. In we go. Don't mouse slip. In we go. There we go. Nice and easy. Attacking the queen. He's got a little cheeky check. We calmly take it. Everything is defended. He's coming at me. And now we just slip it in here. And surely it's going to be, Jim Morrison would say, "This is the end, my only friend, the end." Surely it's all over. The crowd thinks it's all over, but he can move his rook to try and defend, but get ready. Can we get to the 1,000? Okay, let's see if there's a mate. Check here. Check. Yeah, this looks nice. This looks nice. Check. Oh yeah. Come to daddy. Come to daddy. Come to daddy. Come to daddy. I want your soul. Oh, there we go. We got to 10. We got to 10 wins. Get in there. Good stuff. Well, thank you guys. Like I say, any donations is absolutely brilliant. I'll keep going until I lose. Might as well now. Let's see if we can get to 20. But any donations you can give, either to I lost this guy a while back. either to the link here, I don't know if Charlie's still about, or directly will all go to charity. So do remember, it's all very much appreciated. I'll take a little change from the Dutch now, and it will be great. So thank you so much for the donations. I think we had a couple there straight away, brilliant. So really, really kind. We had one from Panda TT. Thank you, Panda, for your donations. We had one from Desert Storm. Thank you so much, Desert Storm. And any little donations, however big, however small, is good. So thank you all. And we're going to try to keep going with a streak now. Now, last time I played Henrik, he actually beat me. So, and you'll see your donations going to one of the above. It doesn't matter where you donate. As long as you donate to one of those two, then it will all be, all the money goes to charity. Every single penny will be passed on. Jerry, thanks, mate. I hope you're doing all right, Jerry. I can't wait to get over to Ireland and share a beer with you, my friend. So hopefully we'll do that. But thank you, Jerry. That's very, very kind. And also thank you to Rizzo the Rat.
Great, mate.
Very generous as well. It's all going to great charity. So it's all very, very much. Thank you, Jed. £3 is brilliant. Every little penny counts massively. So thank you, Jed. It doesn't matter how small or how much you donate, it's most appreciated. Xander Diesel, thank you, man. Thank you, dude. Fantastic how these donations are coming in. This is brilliant. You guys are so generous, and the British Red Cross are going to be so happy with your donations. I know we're nearly at £1,000. Both of them together are going together. Thank you, Chess Patzer. I guess that's Chess Patzer UK. Thank you, Johnny Blunder, who I think beat me. We've nearly raised £1,000 just for this stream and all the other streams that are going on. It's crazy. Another £10 donation. Amazing. It's amazing. And I think we've only got £20 to do to get it to that mark. It's phenomenal. I'm really impressed by you. So I'm very happy. Very good stream. That is a good Sunday. It's a good Sunday when everything can when we can do that and do something good in these hard times. So very impressive, guys. Thank you all so much. Really good work. And now I can get to the 20 game streak, and life is rosy. A whole lot of rosy. Do. Okay, I'm singing a bit of AC/DC, or Guns N' Roses did a nice take on that as well. A little bit of rosy, a little bit of rosy. Okay, Simon, you're going a bit mad now. Okay, let's go here. So my 10 game streak, I think I'm the only one with 10 game. We might as well see if I can get it to, well, you know, what are we going for? We're going for more than 10 games. Now F5 is so tempting. Let's try to attack him with this move. Come on, let's do it. Do I even go rook takes and sacrifice like that? That's very interesting. So pawn takes. Okay, so can I go rook takes, knight takes, check, king here? His queen is a very good defender, so I think I should play this one instead. And I might well have a celebratory beer after this. I think we've done it. We've got £1,000 in donations. Awesome. Sict, who's the last person to donate there? Sict Wick, your donations come through. £1,000. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. How far am I from first place? A long way. Yeah. I'm 17th. Some of these guys must just be playing, you know. But we've done a lot, and it's all you guys. So you've got to thank yourselves for the money that you've raised. So well done. It's brilliant work on your behalf. Okay, let's go back to trying to concentrate on winning some more games. And we don't want to allow that knight in. And what am I going to try doing? If I can get my knight in the attack, it might be all right. More donations coming through, is that right? Wow, more donations Angus, Stormwind, and Jonathan R. So thank you so much. I can't believe how much we've actually raised. It's really ridiculous. Really ridiculous. When I say ridiculous, I mean that in a ridiculously brilliant way. So well done. Okay. Now all we got to do is see if we can win some more games of chess. Yeah. So I'm going straight in for the attack now. One way or the other. We're gonna get you. Okay, and he's swapping the queens off. Boo. Boo. Okay. Now, it's a pity his rook's coming here, otherwise I'd be doing very well. Okay, come on, this must be a good position for me still. Must be a good position. Can we go this way, or is that like a bit too much? Let's try this way. Now he can take that one, but I'm going to take his rook and then his queen. So I think he probably has to take my... king takes, he's got rook here. No, I don't want to do that. So I've got to take my rook. And then he comes in here. That's a bit silly. Takes... That's a bit silly. Why do I do it that way? Should have had a very good position here. Now rook to g6 is coming in. Alex Prescott, thank you very much for the donation. And his rook's a little bit too active. So okay, this is like an idea I had, but I've kind of lost control of this position a little bit. Yeah, Danny Gore Mally is just there plodding away, you know, and what is this position like? It's confusing me now. Here, rook takes. Okay, I'm going to take this one, and getting confused. His rook's coming in. Maybe here. Right, I've got to move quicker. That's. I'm a minute behind, and my opponent's playing well, covering all of my sort of entrance points. Okay, let's just play that one again and just think about how we're going to try to do this. I should just take this pawn. Let's just take the damn pawn. Okay, let's do that. Got to try to win, keep the streak going. And do I want to do that now? Let's do that and go quick, because his pawns are quite weak. I'm going to have to show some endgame technique if I've got any chance of winning this one. And it might not be a win anyway. Dear, too slow. I'm trying to keep as many winning chances alive as I can, but this is now a draw. We'll play on anyway, because as soon as I draw, the streak is over. So you never know, we might better cause some issue. I ain't got much time. What's my rook doing there? Stupid place for my rook. It's a draw, I think. It is a draw. He's got a draw. Can't get over there in time, can I? Come on. It's not going to get there. I lost on time. Okay, a loss or a draw, it's the same. I think it was, I know, I lose the streak, whatever, so I'm not too worried about losing that. Look, we've had a great day streaming anyway. And I think it's a good time to stop there. Obviously, it's annoying to lose there. I am a bit pissed off, let's be honest. But I think, you know, it's been a great day stream. We've done like 3 hours streaming. So we've raised over £1,000, which is fantastic. You guys have been brilliant. So I'd like to thank all of you. Let's just have a look at the list here of who has donated today. There's loads of good names here. We have many pages, so we're going to see if we can we do this? Can we work out who's donated? Oh, maybe it's going to be tough to do that. But you've all been brilliant. Also, people who've donated directly to the stream above. So in total, with the money that I'm going to give as well, we have raised over £1,000. So that is the main thing of today. I'm gonna go and chill out now for a little bit. I hope you have a brilliant rest of the Sunday, and I'll try to be back streaming at some point soon. But enjoy yourselves, and thank you so much. Before I go, yes, of course I've got a raid. That's a good question, because there's more people doing streams out there, and I don't want you to leave. Let me find you another good stream to go to. Let me find you another one. So stay with me, people. Stay with me. And it's much better to raid. And I did Thomas Rendell last time. We're going to do one of the best players in the world. Very strong English player. Gwaine Jones, I think, is where we're going to raid. I think it's a bit of manners. When you raid, you should try to say thank you. The people who raid you, surely. So let's see if Gwaine notices and gets the thank you in. Oh, photo. You're saying photo chess as well. Well, Gwaine doesn't have many viewers, Aldo. I want to raid Gwaine. He's a very nice guy, and he's about 2700 strength, Gwaine. So now you're going to watch an incredibly strong player play Blitz. Actually, much better than me. So enjoy. Thank you so much for all the money you raised. Remember, you can donate more if you want to. See you all later. Goodbye. Have a good Sunday.
We'll see how it goes. Very popular line.
You're getting a raid of 274
Ooh.
from
Hello,
Simon.
everyone.
Let me plug in mine.
Oh, Simon, that's
Can I just plug?
welcome everyone. And thank you for the
Oh, wow. You didn't raid
the
at all.
raid there. Hi, Charlie Chesscat.
Wow. I think that's the most views you've ever got. Ever.
Yeah. So I'm overwhelmed by this number of viewers.
Oh.
I'll try and play some fun chess for this last hour. The computer's going crazy with followers. Thanks a lot.
Hi, Charlie.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
We need the technical side now, Sue.
What?
Deal with
Oh, I
such a big
can't.
stream.
Panda TTC.
Hello, where the fox at? Welcome.
I feel
I'll
like-
be here for the last hour of the tournament. Hopefully I can score some points. Actually, where is Simon in the standings? I think he's far ahead of me.
I was going to say the same
There,
thing.
he's on 17th, 259 points. And I'm on 96. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to catch Simon. But let's see where I can get up to. I'm not sure this was a traditional London. Normally the pawn plays on c3 rather than c4. But because he played knight c6, so he wasn't defending pawn on d5 as well, so I thought it made sense to loads and loads of followers.
Yep.
Thank you all.
I'll just open the door. One
It
sec.
made sense to play c4. I'm not sure yet if we're on chess.com/TV. If anyone in chat can let us, if they've come from chess.com, maybe we should have that on in the background as well. Keep an eye on it. So anyone that's newly joined
Sorry?
should say that the tournament
No,
I should have rated
you've
that.
I'm
got,
playing in,
you've got trumped by.
their followers in Doris and Abby, yeah, I thought the Wesley was too big a draw.
For watching, do
After all,
you?
having an American playing as world champion in a match
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, we're going to do that ginger coin, but I don't know whatever happened to that.
Yeah, but you know how you have